This video by ABN Painting shows the process of how we paint the concrete pool deck. This is the look of the pool deck before we started prep work. One of the first things we do is we move the gray wall away from the pool deck so we can paint all the edges. Usually we would pressure wash the pool deck next, but because this pool deck requires a lot of repairs, it will have a lot of dust from the concrete mix that we are using. So what we're going to do is we'll finish all the repairs first and we'll power wash the pool deck the day after. There is one area on this pool deck where someone tried to do some kind of repair before and it didn't come out very nicely. So we are going to redo this area first. Here we are preparing fast drying concrete mix by mixing it with water. We apply a first coat of concrete mix using a putty knife. We are using a wet sponge to make it smooth. The first coat is finished and we are going to give it about an hour to dry. To create an effect of texture, we are going to use a bucket that has holes in the bottom. Using a drywall mud knife, we are going to give the texture the desired look. Using a brush, we get rid of all the dust. After it's completely dry, we are going to dust it off one more time. Now we are done fixing this section, and before we paint it, we'll give it a coat of primer. There is a lot of areas on this pool deck that are chipped off, and we are going to use the same concrete mix to fix those areas. There is a gap between the concrete and the plastic that goes on top of the water drain that was recently installed, and we are going to fill this gap using latex caulk. We are using a caulking gun to squeeze the caulk out of the tube, and then a brush with wet bristles to spread the caulk evenly. After we're done with all the repairs, the following day we pressure wash the pool deck. At the moment we're not using any chemicals, just the water. After we're finished with pressure washing, we're going to disperse TSP using our soap dispenser in a pressure washer, and we're going to scrub the pool deck thoroughly to get it ready for painting. After working with TSP, we will rinse off the pool deck using clean water. After the pool deck had a chance to dry, we are going to start painting by cutting in all the lines using a painter's brush. To paint all larger areas we are using a roller, and we paint one square at a time. After the first coat had the time to dry, we apply the second coat. For the second coat we're no longer using the brush, we apply it only with the roller. And this is how the pool deck looks like after we finished painting it.